The two different songs that you heard in the intro was definitely not done by mistake. No, in fact, it was done purposely to show you a lower model to a premium one. But here is the question of the day. Does it really separate the two by a song? Well, I guess you're in for a treat then. My name is Brannon No D. That's right, there's absolutely no D in this name, which makes it Brannon, not Brandon. Now, before you guys get all crazy and start blowing up my comment section, allow me to explain my insanity. I specifically requested the SIVGA SV023s. Now, you guys might be wondering, why in the hell aren't you comparing their SV21s to my Rode NTH100s that I have been using for well over 3 months now? It's a great question. It was even brought up by the company SIVGA asking me, are you sure you want the 023s versus the 021s? Because that's more comparable. And I said, yes, absolutely. I am looking for the best premium pair of studio monitors that you guys carry, because I personally want to know, is it really worth spending that much more money for a good pair of monitors? Hang out with me for a little bit and we'll find out together in this review. All right, guys, let's take a closer look at these SIVGA SV023s. Right off the bat, I mean, what a beautiful set of monitors, earphones, I mean, however you guys want to put it, they are a beauty to look at. The shell is made of this real walnut wood, and then you have this CNC processed material aluminum ring and a gunmetal finish. Attention to detail to the fullest, guys, on this pair of headphones for sure. They're beautiful. They're just beautiful to look at. Now, of course, this pair of monitors are considered an open back style, opposed to the Rode NTH100s, which are a closed back. You're gonna get 50 millimeter dynamic drivers in these, opposed to 40 millimeters on the NTH100s. On the other hand, you're gonna get the plastic material on the Rodes, and I thought this was kind of cool to note. You have this braille on each side of the cup, letting you know you're right or left if you're blind. I thought that was a nice touch by Rode for sure. Now, as far as the frequency response time on the SV023s versus the NTH100s, you're going to get 20 hertz to 40 kilohertz on the SIVGAs versus 5 hertz to 35 kilohertz on the Rode. Sensitivity, you're gonna get 105 decibels plus or minus 3 decibels on the SIVGA, and you'll get 110 dB on the Rode NTH100s. Now, as far as cables go, you're going to get this really nice braided, composed of 30 core 0.08 millimeter cores and a 25 OD breakpoint wires. So extremely strong, but yet very light. Now, as far as your connections to your ear cups, you're gonna get your right and left balanced cable. Now, I thought that was definitely different. I've never tried on a pair of headphones with 2 wires coming out, other than maybe a pair of earbuds back in the day. Now, on the opposite end, you're gonna get your 4.4 millimeter connection along with the 3.5 millimeter jack to your 4.4 millimeter. And it's also on a spring on the ends, which is going to be tangle free and definitely prevent you from breaking your cable if you pull it out of its socket. Now, when it comes to the NTH100 Rode, you're gonna get this dual TRRS audio cable. And when I say dual, it's a nice feature. Check this out. Now, although it's not a balanced cable for your right and left, but you definitely are able to plug in to the right or left. You have a connection here, and that'll be on the right side, or if you prefer, you can put it on the left. So, doesn't matter what side it dangles on, but it's gonna dangle. And of course, you can bling out your NTH100 by buying a different color cable, which is obviously blue, my favorite color. Let's talk about the ear cups and the headband. The SIVGA ear pads are coming with high protein material, which is a memory part foam that hits the face in velvet. Oh. Nicely done. Opposite side of the velvet ear cups are a perforated with air holes, which can effectively adjust the sound quality and ensure a good breathability. Breathability. They say breathability. in long wearing sessions. And you know what? I can test that because I have been using these since they arrived on my doorstep, which has been about 2 weeks now. And yes, they are extremely light and extremely comfortable. Now, as far as what touches your head is this beautiful goat skin material. It's very soft to the touch, and it's got these little puffy pouches on each side that just feel wonderful on the head. Yeah. On top of that, you're going to have the SIVGA logo embroidered on the top, and then you have this stainless steel band, which in return assures you a perfect clamping force that has no pressure and wears very light. Again, I concur because I have wore these in a lot of hours of editing. They definitely did not fatigue the ears, and I'm very happy with that. On the other side of the spectrum, you're going to get these really nice Alcantara ear cups and headband cushion are made with this cool tech ear cup gel that dissipates heat to help wearing fatigue. I can also concur. When you put them on, they feel very cool to the touch, and I love that because you tend to sweat in a hot studio with all the lights and the computers and everything running. It makes it extremely hot in here, even with the air on. So putting these on is definitely a pleasure, for sure. I love that. Now, that being said, it does not make the SIVGAs hot whatsoever because they are so light, and with those air holes, it definitely helps with heat fatigue. But if you're gonna go pound for pound as far as what's cooler to wear, not cooler like cool, but cooler is in temperature, you're gonna love the Rode NTH100s. If you want some really good intel on just the NTH100s, definitely check it out on YouTube. Just search it and you will find it. When I bought these, I was going to do an unboxing, but there were so many reviews already, I just felt that I would be long-winded. So I was waiting to have something nice to compare them to. Up came SIVGA, contacted me, and here we are. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that the Rodes don't even compare to the SIVGAs, okay? The SIVGAs have outstanding sound, and by the way, this is something you need to note. You need to condition these, basically season them for 48 hours, okay? So once you put them on your head and start playing your music, your sound designs, editing, anything like that, you're gonna say, wow, they're really not as loud as these, if you have the two to compare. That's not the case. Definitely, after a day of listening to these, all of a sudden, sound just hit me. These are so rich, I actually had to turn it down a notch compared to the NTH100s. Coming off of the Audio-Technica ATH50s, I've been using these forever. Now, actually, these are the Bluetooth version. Don't get the Bluetooth version for editing. Listening to music is just fine, but when you're editing, you're gonna get a little bit of a lag because of the Bluetooth. You definitely want something wired. So when I did finally pull the trigger and buy the NTH100s, I fell in love with these right away. Number one, the fit, the build quality, digging the lock latch for pulling these in or out to set exactly the way you like them. They're really built very nicely, and definitely don't look over these because of the price. And of course, we're gonna get into those prices very shortly. So as far as the sound goes, I was extremely happy to pack away the ATH50s and never look back until the SIVGA SV023s arrived. All right, this is a whole nother beast. It's a whole nother animal, okay? And I know when I said in the beginning, this is definitely not a comparison of the two. I just wanna know, after using these for 3 months, why would I ever consider spending that much more money on a premium set? And the answer is, unless you have that choice, which I got, fortunately. Now, I'm not sponsored or endorsed through SIVGA. They reached out to the channel. They like what I do. They say, hey, would you like to review a pair of our studio monitors? I said, absolutely, and I picked the best ones they had. Now, that definitely doesn't mean I have to swing one way or the other. I am not obligated to say anything but what I feel. And I'm going to tell you that comparing the two, if we were to compare them, the sound that comes out of the SIVGAs definitely blows the NTH100s away. But is it worth the price? That's the question of today's review, okay? And, well, I'll tell you what. The best thing I can do is give you guys the pros and cons of each set. let's hit the NTH100s first, okay? Pro number one, love the sound, really nice for the lowered price, like I was saying. Absolutely love the cooling gel that's built into the ear cups. You do feel it, it's no gimmick, and you're gonna love it. And of course, the build quality with the lock latch for the adjustment on your head. Just a great pair of studio monitors. However, there is cons to go with the greatness, such as they're actually a smaller set. I mean, yeah, you can get these stretched out pretty big. Let's max that out for you here. But that's pretty much it, okay? So I would say they're going to be a little bit for the smaller to the medium-sized heads, not a very large melon. If you get a large melon, I don't know if you're going to like these or not, because the ear cups are even a smaller design as well. Another con, they don't fold, so they're not very portable. But then again, we're talking about studio monitors, which are, in the studio, not running around with them. So, and neither one of them fold for the price difference. And actually, not even a case. It's like a cloth bag. Definitely not going to protect them if and when you travel. All right, let's cover the pros on the SIVGAs next. Pro number one, absolutely adore the soundstage that come out of these, okay? With the clear highs, the tight mids, and the absolute richest bass. Another pro, extremely comfortable to wear. They have a nice stretch to them. You can twist these and not hurt them, so they're very flexible, but very elegant with the walnut shell, the velvet ear cups, the goat skin head strap. All in all, it is a beautiful product. However, we do have some cons, not many, but some. Such as the provocative case. Even though it is a beautiful leather case with a nice zipper and the brass peg feet, you have the ass. Yeah, come on, it's unavoidable. It's an ass. It looks like an ass. It curved, whatever. However, it is a case to travel with. Road. And lastly, I'm not sure if you guys are going to like the right and left connection dangling while you're wearing these, okay? That could bother some. Now, it doesn't bother me. I'm quite used to it now. But at first, I was like, I don't know if I like them on both sides. That's why Rode gave you the option to plug into the right or the left. But again, you're not getting the balanced audio that a true audiophile needs. And that's what these are for. So if that doesn't bother you, you're in like Flynn. All right. Let's go ahead and cut to the chase. What are the prices of the Rode versus the SIVGA right now on Amazon? And yes, I'll be sure to drop you an affiliate link down in the description below to buy either one, okay? Yes, I get a kickback. It's not huge, but it definitely helps the channel and myself make videos for you guys to enjoy and learn something. Maybe. The SIVGA SV023s are going to retail for $449. I know. And I guess you could throw that in as a con as well. They are expensive, but they're not the best and most expensive, but they compete with the best and the most expensive, okay? $449 is a huge chunk of change. And I understand when people say, I'm not paying that, okay? I can't afford it. I can't pay that. I don't need it. But damn it, Brannon's telling me it sounds so much better. That's not what this is about, okay? My question is, while I'm using the NTH100s, would I stop and pay $300 more? That's right, the NTH100s retail on Amazon still for $149. So yeah, we are talking a $300 difference. We're actually talking about buying two of these. Got the cords all cabled around it, opposed to one of these, okay? Well, you can't wear two at the same time, okay? So there's always that. But would I spend $300 more to get a pair of the SIVGAs to the Rode? Well, I can tell you right now, the Rodes are not gonna go in the drawer, okay? I'm definitely gonna still use them, but for my main editing purposes, and listening to music, yeah, I'm going to stick with the SIVGAs because I can, and I have them both here. And that answers my question, but doesn't answer yours. And I'm going to say, if you guys can afford it, now that I've used both, if you can afford it, I would definitely invest in these, okay? If you already own the Rode NTH100s, do you need to jump the gun and dive into these? Only if you're going to become a professional and wanting the best for what money can buy, sure. But if you're just editing here and there, listening to music, these NTH100s are by far a perfect fit. It definitely becomes your choice at the end of the day. If you guys have any questions on today's review, or if you have any questions on any of the reviews I've done in the past, don't hesitate. Drop me a comment down below and I will most certainly try my darndest to get back to you as soon as possible. Let's open a fortune cookie. What is the fortune of today, which is actually Sunday? All right. No need to worry. You will always have everything that you need. Well, I did play the Mega Millions, which was over $1.34 billion or something. And I do have family in Illinois where they won one ticket. But they haven't called me either, so I'm going to say they didn't win or they're going into hiding. If you guys have stuck with me this long in the review, I appreciate you. I really do. You're either family or, well, you could have something wrong with you, but hey, we don't judge here at the table. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out if you are not already, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.